This update is for March the 7th, 2014. Today's been quite the day. Wandered into town at 4:30 today. We covered 20 miles in the course of 7 hours. Really shocking just because of the weather too, but you know, when your body wants to get out of like nasty weather, it's not going to stop until it does. So we're in the town of Blackstone tonight. Nice little town. It's at the end of the road for Route 40. I'm going to be going up to Crew on 460 again. But yeah, today is it was freezing rain all day. Brandon his shoes started leaking through, so he had soaking wet feet for the entire time. We sat down once to eat something. Meal today consisted of a Twinkie and protein bar for 20 miles. You know, not the greatest thing to do. Usually I like to stop every 5 miles and just try to take a break, but today it was just, you know, get out of the rain. So we're wandering through up Route 40 to Blackstone, and there's some really neat sights, and I wish I would have been able to get more pictures. I posted a few from my phone, but it was just too miserable out to take the nice camera out. But we walked through the Fort Pickett military base, and it was really interesting. It was 4.5 miles to get through, but there was a lot of interesting sights. You know, the sign when we walk in talks about, you know, artillery being fired across the highway and to call somebody for inquiry. So that was reassuring. As we're going through the base, you see like crossings for tanks. We saw some people at a shooting range, some soldiers. So it was a pretty interesting sight. But so we're trekking through the rain, soaking wet, just nasty out. And we're thinking, you know, what good's going to happen today? And lo and behold, we're 4 miles out of Blackstone. And Lori heard that we were coming into town from Karen and Mckenney, who hosted us in the parsonage yesterday. So she pulls over and is like, "You the ones walking for suicide?" And, you know, responded yes. And she says, "How about some coffee?" So she gives us 2 huge cups of coffee, cream, sugar, and we downed those things like just immediately and ended up being buzzed on caffeine for the last 4 miles and strolled into Hardee's. So when we made it to Blackstone, Brandon had this idea, and I thought it was a pretty good idea. You know, I'm not bringing the cart that I ordered until Kansas just because the shoulders aren't as huge. But I never thought of this, and so I ended up getting, a dolly today. So I'm going to take the pack off for a while and use the dolly, you know, just to see how it works. Take some strain off my back. I'm having some tendonitis again, like in my Achilles tendon this time on my left side. And you know, anything happens to your Achilles, it's kind of game over. So playing it safe. Got the dolly for a while and going to use it tomorrow and see how it works out. It's supposed to have beautiful weather. And sadly, Brandon over here will be leaving me tomorrow, but it's been a wonderful trip with him. He's pushed me to my limit and I'm getting kind of sick of him. No, I'm just kidding. But all right, guys. Anyways, give you an update tomorrow. Time to go to bed.